Moin Tighnari. Moin Zuschauer, die den Anfang der Quest nicht mitbekommen haben, weil OBS ein verdammt dreckiger Hurensohn ist, der nicht versteht, dass wenn ich den Primärbildschirm auswähle, dass es beim nächsten Mal der gleiche Bildschirm sein soll. Er wechselt einfach den Bildschirm, den er aufnimmt, jedes verfickte Mal. Und dann gehst du in die Einstellung und änderst es auf den Bildschirm, wo dahinter steht Primärbildschirm. Wenn du jedes Mal erkennst, dass es der scheiß Primärbildschirm ist, dann lass es doch einfach beim Primärbildschirm. Ey, ich trinke jetzt so eine Pepsi, die schon offen ist, die schon warm ist, weil die ganze Scheiße mich einfach unnötig Zeit gekostet hat. Was ist vorher passiert? Wir waren bei Catherine. Catherine hat gesagt, Erwidia Wald, Leute, da ist eine Verwelkung. Viele Leute fühlen sich nicht wohl, wenn sie da rausgekommen sind. Guckt sich das mal an. Und wir so, Catherine, du bist fake, haben wir rausgefunden, aber okay, machen wir. Es ist Wald, Tighnari hat was mit Wald zu tun, lass zu Tighnari gehen. Hier sind wir bei Tighnari. Weiter geht's.
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tighnari.
Okay, Tighnari, es tut mir leid, ich wollte nicht schreien.
Am I going to die? Tell Mom that I should have listened to her.
Ja, es ist natürlich auf jeden Fall eine sehr nette Story. Schwenkt schon mal gut an. Direkt. Oh, vielleicht sterbe ich.
Sooner that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't play with me anymore. Tighnari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true? I feel like I'm getting lighter.
Ich meine, wenn du ein lustiger Vogel wirst, warum nicht? Aber ich glaube, du übertreibst ein bisschen.
Tighnari, is he?
Ich glaube nicht, dass es Ella saß, oder?
Okay, enough nonsense.
Ja, gut.
You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
Nein, du hast es erzählt, wir müssen es weiter sagen.
You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Siehst du, Tighnari hat Ahnung.
Oh.
Ich habe jetzt vergessen, wie die Quest hieß. Das wurde eingeblendet am Anfang. Wo ich aber den falschen Bildschirm aufgenommen habe. Also,
Hey,
Pech.
let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
Er war wahrscheinlich in der Nähe der lustigen Verwelkung, die wir uns ja angucken wollen.
I don't know either.
Beziehungsweise wir wissen nicht, dass es eine Verwelkung ist. Catherine sprach von einer Verunreinigung.
Inside.
Ja.
It's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Das war der Drogenwald. Das verunreinigte Gebiet.
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Aber klar, mit mir mit. Das ist aber auch so eine Wortzusammensetzung, wenn man die liest, sieht die einfach komisch aus. Dein Kind wird sterben. Einfach so, weil er Bock drauf hat.
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him.
Ach so.
His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche.
Er hat ihm einfach Placebo-Medizin gegeben.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind.
Er will jetzt richtige Drogen rausholen.
A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand.
Wir können bestimmt was finden für
I'll ask
dich.
the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
Was ist das Ding auf seinem Rücken eigentlich?
Thank you.
Hat man das im Charakter-Trailer gesehen, was es tut?
Is that why you two are also here?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different.
Also es ist doch was anderes, aber vielleicht das Gleiche.
What they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
Das ist gut, deswegen müssen wir diese Quest ja auch machen, Raimund. Du hast es verstanden.
Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region.
Achso, wir wollen nicht in die Wüste und das selbst beschaffen?
No time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, die erwähnen doch immer die Wüstenregion noch von Sumeru. Die haben wir noch gar nicht gesehen. Fällt mir gerade mal so auf. Und die ist auch gar nicht auf der Map irgendwie drauf, ne? Nee, die wird wohl hier hinten noch kommen. Oder hier? Weiß ich gar nicht. Oder ist mit der Wüstenregion schon die Feuernation gemeint? Ach, wie hieß es denn? Natlan? Natlan hieß sie, glaube ich. Oder Atlan? Natlan? Atlan? Ich glaube Natlan. Ich rede nur so viel, damit ich später nicht schneiden muss. Das ist ein richtiges Big Brain Play. Ja, habt ihr gar nicht mitbekommen, dass da gar kein Cut war wie sonst, sondern ich einfach weitergeredet habe. Das ist einfach smart.
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Ach so, warum?
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently.
Ach so, und genau das Gras, was wir brauchen natürlich.
Mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts.
Ach du Kacke.
Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip.
Naja, ihr habt gegambelt und Gamble hat sich auch nicht ausgezahlt. Das sind aber riesige
All
Pflanzen.
the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
Ach so, auch noch Preisabsprachen. Ihr wisst, dass es illegal
I don't
ist?
get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Ja, so funktioniert das.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest.
Ah, und da wollen wir nicht hin, weil der
We asked
komisch
around
ist.
and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
Warum musst du immer die Welt neu malen, wenn er
So the bandit.
einen Kamerawechsel macht? Also sieht man kurz, die Qualität ist von niedrig nach hoch dann. Also er nimmt Maschinenteile und geht damit in den beraubten Wald.
Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
Das wäre sehr wichtig zu wissen, tatsächlich.
From the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
Also es kann sein, dass wenn man sich zu lange da drin aufhält, vielleicht weird wird wie der Räuber. Oder der Räuber ist immun dagegen und nutzt es einfach als netten Versteck aus. Also das ist ein Versteck.
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
Nice. Crab Rave, ich bin dabei.
Heck? The Avidya forest has creatures like that?
Davon stand aber nichts im Handbuch des Lebewesen des Avidya-Walds.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away.
Wie ist er gerannt? Seitlich oder geradeaus? Das ist wichtig für meine Krabbentheorie.
We're all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Weißt du, Tighnari, es wäre einfach einfacher, wenn du dir selbst diese Sträucher besorgen würdest, anstatt die jetzt irgendwie über 80 Umwege zu kaufen. Aber hey,
But of course!
ich habe nichts gesagt.
Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any...
You know,
Nein.
tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Dein Gesicht ist halt irgendwie so ein Streifen in der Mitte.
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation.
Das ist schlau. Damit hättest du anfangen sollen. Vielleicht.
Interested, you
Ich
can
meine,
go and talk to them.
ja, bitte.
We'll go and have a word.
Oh, die... Ich wollte gerade sagen, der heißt doch nicht Akasha, der heißt Akarisch. Ähnlich, aber nicht gleich.
I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab.
Okay, also alle haben den Krebs gesehen. Das heißt, wenn mehrere den Krebs gesehen haben, dann wird es wohl auch ein Krebs sein. Was nicht gut ist, weil Krebse tun weh.
However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken.
Die Frage ist, was will er mit den mechanischen Teilen? Will er sich selbst reparieren? Will er einen Freund reparieren? Will er einen Freund bauen? Will er sich selbst nochmal bauen? Einen Klon quasi?
Whatever the case,
Oder will er sich upgraden?
we'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
Hallo, Kadin.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the
Ich finde es nett, dass nach der letzten Quest wir unser Akasha-Gerät nicht mehr aufhaben.
after it's done making
Ein bisschen Attention to Detail, was richtig nice ist.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did
Die haben versucht, ihn zu dingsen? Ja.
Apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest. So instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby.
Okay, das ist actually sehr wichtig, sehr gut zu wissen.
Grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Wir können einfach bis zu seinem komischen Lager gehen und alles zurückholen. Nicht nur das kleine Zwischenlager. Abdo. Ich finde das lustig wie B und D nebeneinander. Eigentlich nicht gehen sollte, aber vollkommen gut funktioniert. Bitte. Dieser mechanische Krebs bewegt sich sehr schön und hat eine sehr große Kraft. Es dürfte sehr schwer sein, ihm Herr zu werden. Hat er ja gerade gesagt. Warum lehnt sich es vor?
Didn't academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did
Oh.
that come from?
Warte mal. Forschen an mechanischen Lebensformen oder mechanische Lebensformen zu bauen? Das ist die Frage.
Salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab? This is rough.
Okay, das sind jetzt nicht die größten Infos, aber damit können wir anfangen. Damit können wir schon was anfangen. Hast du noch was?
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands.
Ja, wie ein Computer quasi.
If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the mora you made. That would be the most efficient method.
Nice, Tighnari ist auch ein Hobby-Dieb.
But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Vielleicht sucht doch was Bestimmtes, was man mit Mora nicht kaufen kann, was einfach nur Leute vielleicht rumtragen.
Right. It's really weird.
Beziehungsweise, wenn er genug Mora hätte und das einfach kaufen könnte, würde er es kaufen. Aber es ist wahrscheinlich so selten zu kaufen und mit so einem hohen Demand, dass er nie rankommen würde, weil man irgendwie krasser Unterhändler bei Dori dafür sein muss oder so ein Schwachsinn.
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Ja,
Under constant
wir wollen
conditions,
überfallen werden.
organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions.
Und wir könnten die auseinanderbauen und verkaufen für mehr mechanische Teile.
Chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't get
Danke.
anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later.
Ich brauche keine reichen Belohnung, aber diesen Beutel mit Teilen werde ich nicht zurückgeben. Dafür habe ich schon einen anderen Plan. Tighnari,
We
was?
also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
Ja, wir brauchen noch Futter für Sachen.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose.
Oh, das Leerzeichen fehlt schon wieder.
Lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Okay, wir werden es einfangen. Got it.
Professionals.
AKA, wir werden einfach raufhauen. Okay, also tun wir jetzt so, als wenn wir ein Händler sind und rennen hier durch die Gegend und ja, wir sind ein richtiger Kackhändler, deswegen gehen wir einfach einen anderen Weg. Lalala, wir wollen Sachen kaufen und verkaufen und...
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Warum sollten die hier unten im Fluss sein?
To it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay, we'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
Okay.
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it.
Es rennt einfach weg. Ich hätte schon Bock, es zu schlagen. Ha!
Why did
Oh.
it stop?
Es braucht Essen.
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry.
Ha!
The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled. Let's give it
Okay.
something to eat.
Achso, er fragt mich gar nicht, was es essen möchte. Okay. Da, ja, hier schon aus dem Weg. Ja, ist gut.
Alright, it's moving again.
Ach du Kacke. Er sprintet auf einmal. Und hat schon wieder keinen Bock mehr. Ach nee, ist vorbei. Ah, da ist er ja. Du siehst sexy aus.
Did you hear something?
Das ist einer der mechanischen Krebse, ne, aber halt in sexy.
Ah! Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
It looks strong. Be careful.
Okay. I be careful.
Let me leave you.
Na, so stark ist er jetzt nicht, ne, wenn ich ihn einfach umbringen könnte. Gut, ich meine, wie heißt er? Shingsho macht halt 90% der Arbeit. Ich meine, ich könnte auch einfach so machen. Grummel. Oh, er nimmt kein Damage mehr. Das war's schon. Wir haben ihn eingeschüchtert.
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan-robbing crab!
Oh, der ist traurig. Er hat Hunger.
Won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
Hermann, ich glaube, er versteht uns nicht.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
Gut, bye-bye, Tighnari.
I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners.
Oh, er macht einen richtig niedergeschlagenen Eindruck. Er ist so traurig. Ich will den nicht zurückgeben.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
Das ist aber ein... Obwohl, andererseits wird er gar keine kriegen. Er hätte alle gehabt, dann hat er gar keine und das kriegt er einige wieder.
It reacted!
Versteht er uns doch?
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, er kommt da einfach aus dem Gebiet. Er weiß halt, wo der ganze Stuff ist. Er kann uns da einfach hinführen.
Contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Ja, warum nicht?
Does the scuttler understand what you're saying?
Wahrscheinlich nicht.
As long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
Der hat sogar
Be
genickt.
really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood?
Oh? Zählt das als verstehen?
Not sure. But our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Okay. Gib den Händler die Maschinenteile zurück. Achso, er hat schon die Fallen aufgebaut. Oh, der arme Krebs. Der mechanische Krebs sieht sehr fügsam aus. Er hat anscheinend nicht vorwegzulaufen. So, gib mir jetzt meine Drogen. Ich habe auch Kakao mit so einem Milchaufschäumer gemacht. Der Milchaufschäumer hat einfach 7 Millionen PS oder so. Der zerstört das einfach.
These are the mechanical parts that were stolen. You really.
Aber dafür schmeckt der Kakao jetzt fluffig.
Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass?
Ja.
Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
Du hättest alles haben können.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
Er ist ein geiler Händler. Wollt ihr das kaufen? Hier, ich schenk's euch. Achso, ich gebe aber noch extra Geld. So, hey?
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
Ja, aber wir wollen genau das haben.
Parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even.
So kann man's auch sehen.
Before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present.
Der hat so weirde Ärmel und alles, fällt mir gerade auf. Je länger ich mich ihn angucke, desto weirder wird sein Outfit.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
Ich finde das nice, weil Tighnari fokussiert sich halt actually auf die Sachen, die wichtig sind. Ich wäre jetzt einfach den scheiß Krebs hinterhergerannt. Waren hier nicht mal so Dinger zum Hin- und Her teleportieren? Wo sind die hin? Da war doch, also genau da auf der Brücke war doch immer eins. Naja, egal. Da ist Coley. Unsere nette Freundin. Coley. Oh, es regnet wieder. Wie immer.
Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable.
Oh, ich finde dich sehr nett. Bist ganz süßer.
Traveler, give me a hand.
Ach so, ich darf dabei helfen, aber Coley nicht, die das quasi jahrelang schon macht. Wow, das ist aber auch echt ein Dick-Move.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better. And his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful!
Das ist actually sehr gut zu hören. Dann können wir endlich den Krebs
He
jieten.
asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. And he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
Naja, er hat das Spielzeug geklaut. Oder kaputt gemacht? Ach egal, ich weiß es auch nicht mehr.
Of course I did. Are you going somewhere far away?
Wir gehen ein paar Krebse schlagen.
We're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Das ist egal, du schaffst das schon.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right. You'll do great, Kale.
Genau, wenn der ganze Wald abgebrannt ist. Egal, du hast es auf deine Weise gelöst. Kein Wald, keine Probleme mehr.
Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
Mach dir keine Sorgen, mit Tighnari an unserer Seite kann nichts schiefgehen. Zumindest haben wir einen fluffigen Schwanz als Kopfkissen, den wir nutzen können.
Much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Kulei so, was für eine Krabbe. Auf was für Drogen seid ihr denn? Ist das Kind hier? Tatsächlich. Hallo Yara.
I feel much better now.
Das hört sich schön an. Kulei, hi.
I can do this.
Ja, du schaffst das, du schaffst das. Ich glaub an dich. Mr. Krabs ist weg? Oh, komm schon.
Here. This should be... Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here.
Er ist einfach nur unsichtbar. Ach nee, er ist da hinten. Okay. Hier schickt er also.
Honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region.
Dafür wollte er den Sack an mechanischen Teilen haben. Nicht um irgendwas zu bauen. Okay.
Let's see what happened there. What caused the Avidya forest to become like this?
Oh, er hat sich aber mal richtig sad angehört. Gehen wir mal in die Verunreinigung. Schade, dass wir Krabby hier nicht mehr sehen. Leuchtet die Blume komisch? Ja, die Blume leuchtet komisch. Ungewöhnliche Sumeru-Rose. Ich soll doch hier hin. Ah nee, hier ist auch eine ungewöhnliche Sumeru-Rose.
So this
Ups,
is the
ich hab falsch rum gemacht.
region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all?
Nö, alles gut.
It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
Wie bei der Verwelkung ja auch.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
Da kommen Sachen raus. Leuchten sie
This
stärker?
flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the ley line lodestar.
Ah ja, Leyline Lodestar oder Anzeiger des Flusses der Elemente.
They're sensitive to ley lines and emit
Der da hinten, ey.
response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
Das ist gut, wir kennen uns damit aus mit dem Fluss der Elemente.
Saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Okay. Darf ich die trotzdem einsammeln? Ja. So, und hier wäre die andere komische Rose gewesen. Mit der, die aber jetzt nicht mehr da ist.
No. We haven't seen any animals this entire time.
Naja, außer dich. Ha.
The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
Tighnari ist doch da, der kleine Fuchs.
Contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances.
Ach, kommen die nicht so auf die Elemente klar?
They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Die Krabbe will mit dem mechanischen Teil das blockieren, was auch immer die Elemente hier, den Fluss der Elemente stört? Kann das sein?
Plants have preferred growth conditions. We also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react.
Der Fluss der Elemente ist einfach radioaktiv. Dem geht's einfach schlecht, weil er einfach radioaktive Vergiftung hat.
Normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
Verstehe ich.
Then why are we okay?
Weil ihr krasse Elemente habt. Ihr seid sowieso daran gewöhnt.
You are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change.
Ja, eben. Weil wir es quasi gewohnt sind, Elementarenergie hoch und runter zu fahren, wie ihr lustig sind.
Of course, it's not a good
Warum du?
idea to
Keine
spend
Ahnung.
too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's
Ist
about
okay,
it
ist
for the
okay.
investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Okay, klar. Wo bin ich? Hier. Wir folgen einfach den lustigen Rosen. Wie immer. 5 Meter Rennen für weitere Cutscenes.
Environment, no wind. Target parameters, normal.
Was
Setup
tust du?
complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
Ich würde sagen, was zum Heck ist
A
das?
purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
Wahrscheinlich hat er aber nur eins davon.
Mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source.
Okay, und warum hast du das dann hier aufgestellt für eine kurze Pause?
That's right.
Also müssen wir in das tiefste Gebiet. Gut. Oh, die Krabbe weiß auch schon, wo es hingeht. Oh, warte. Sie hat Angst vor was?
The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Something's approaching.
Tiere.
Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return.
Ah, und deswegen mag der Krabben. Und der Krabbenboy mag den
Don't
nicht.
let them get close to the purification device.
Ja, das ist ja nur kein Problem. Hallo? Ach so, ich darf mich erst bewegen, nachdem sie mich angreifen. Arschkekse.
Swift and merciful.
So, weg damit.
That's all of them.
Oh, das sind seine Freunde.
Hey, where are you? Wait for us. Let's hurry and keep up.
Aber bitte nicht uns umbringen. Muss ich jetzt selber laufen? Ihr seid doch schon losgelaufen. Ja, ich muss selber laufen.
Let's keep up.
Warte, ich will erst die Blumen einsammeln, okay? So, und was ist mit dir? Warum bist du hier?
Spare me. Please spare me.
Hey, are you okay?
Was tut der Junge hier?
They're superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Tighnari ist auch ein Ärzte-Hilfe-Boy. Erste, nicht Ärzte.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry, we took care of them.
Oh, good. That's
Na gut, außer er, aber er ist unser Freund.
it's a monster. Hurry, attack it.
Nein, der ist cool.
Explain this. Krabby here isn't a bad guy.
Krabby.
It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monsters and kill me.
Nein, sowas wird er die machen.
Inside the forest, it's all crawling with mechanical freaks.
Ja, dann geht er doch nicht hin.
I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. I have to escape.
Bye.
Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them.
Nö, ich find die nett. Wir bleiben bei unserem Krebsfreund.
No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms.
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village.
Okay, kann er endlich wieder weggehen? Er macht unserer Krabbe Angst.
At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
Krebs. So wie er aussieht, erwartet er irgendwas.
So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
Ja.
It's so hard to understand.
Eigentlich nicht.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it?
Nee, er weiß, was er damit tut.
Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you, I wonder? You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside.
Er ist cute. Lass ihn doch einfach.
Also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Fand er nicht nett. Fand Krebsi nicht
I
nett.
can understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why its owner, is collecting so many components.
Stimmt, aber ich habe daran gar nicht nachgedacht. Irgendwer hat ihn ja gebaut und musste ihm ja quasi gesagt haben, was er tun soll.
It's getting late. So let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow.
Schlagen wir unser Camp auf. Wo?
Come on, you big lummox.
Ach, da. Ist ja okay, Tighnari. Er ist voll fies zu uns. What the fuck? Ich meine, ich habe ihn wirklich gesucht und ich habe nicht nach oben geguckt, aber hey. What the fuck?
Camp here.
All right. Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Wollen wir nicht das Reinigungsgerät hier aufstellen?
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
Ja, das passt zu Paimon.
Not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below.
Wasserdampf?
Rainforests are very
Okay.
You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places.
Also weniger Wasserdampf, sondern eher so Nebel. Was auch Wasserdampf ist, ja, aber...
Let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent, you'll be in charge of making the fire, and Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can.
Oh, wow. Oh, ich muss selber kein Feuer machen. Geil.
That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Ja, ist ja egal. Wir brauchen es ja nur vom Feuer starten.
Traveler, Tighnari, Paimon couldn't find any food.
Was?
I didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, du hast doch das Akasha, aber das ist ja gar nicht mehr.
I saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Okay, also haben wir nichts zu essen, aber wir haben Feuer und ein Zelt.
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess
Coole
for a bird when you flew over.
Fledermäuse. Schmetterlinge meine ich.
Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food.
Das hätten wir von Anfang an so machen sollen. Er hat uns Essen gebracht.
You found some already.
Vielen Dank. Fühlen uns nicht als Paimon. Können wir Paimon austauschen? Ja, jetzt will er Maschinenteile.
Understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Sorry, no part this time.
Das versteht er nicht. Jetzt ist er traurig.
Task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Haben wir nicht genug Maschinenteile?
That is one reason.
Ah. Oh.
Really sad.
Gib ihm doch Maschinenteile.
After some further thought, It might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
Okay.
Lookouts?
Ja?
Yes.
Warum? Wir wurden 3-mal angegriffen in dem Wald. Natürlich brauchen wir das.
Though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Geh ins Zelt und ruh dich aus. Wo ist Krabby hin? Oh, Krabby ist weg. Okay. Dann gehen wir jetzt schlafen.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines?
Nein, du bist einfach nur immer faul.
A while since we camped outside like this. This is like when we just started adventuring together.
Und da Paimons Gelaber schläfst du allmählich ein. Natürlich. Geplapper stand da, nicht Gelaber. Tighnari? Nee, gar nicht Tighnari. Doch, Tighnari.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
Ausgezeichnet.
That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I specially used 2 of my homemade incenses.
Noch mehr Drogen.
Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
Tighnari, hast du ihm gegenüber Vorbehalte? Magst du Krabby nicht?
So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra.
Ach so, der natürliche Fluss der Elemente, den wir quasi permanent brechen.
For years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
Die Erforschung eingestellt. Hatte mir also früher schon Sachen gemacht.
Topics related to mechanical life forms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical life form that could help humanity conquer nature.
Also quasi das, was Kanria gemacht hat mit ihren Feldarbeiterrobotern.
However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms. In their
Oh ja, mehr oder weniger.
differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals.
Ja, irgendwer muss immer übertreiben.
The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows?
Tighnari, dir gefällt diese Form der Forschung absolut gar nicht, habe ich recht?
That's a difficult question to answer. I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Warum ist es nicht gut, die Natur zu unterwerfen? Nein, natürlich
Personal
nicht.
opinion. My ancestors and the
Na, guck mal, das ist
population
Krabby.
of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The blood of my people were born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter.
Wissen sollte nicht dazu genutzt werden, Macht zu erlangen.
And why I left the academia.
Ja, das ist wahrscheinlich... Die Akademie sieht das ganz anders.
By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
Ja, ich meine, so ein bisschen recht hat er ja schon.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Ah, Hallöchen.
Coffee? Did you prepare this for us?
Er hat fucking Kaffee gemacht. Ich will eine Belohnung.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part.
Wir sollten schnell vorankommen, weil sonst sind unsere Dinger langsam
You're
weg.
not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with him. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Okay, gute Nacht, Tighnari. Ich werde dich auf jeden Fall nicht im Schlaf streicheln, nein. Sehen wir, wie er da hochgeht? Nein, sehen wir nicht. Die sind smart mit der Kamera. Sehr smart.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night.
Krabby ist aufgewacht. Zur Strafe muss Paimon beim nächsten Mal alleine Wache halten.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Ja, will ich aber auch
Good
hoffen.
morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Do you feel off at all?
Sagst du einfach nicht zu, sag Krabby halt nicht guten Morgen, ist okay. Ja, ein bisschen schwindelig.
Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame.
Ja, das ist eine gute Idee.
Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it. Paimon will take care of the fire.
Ich hol die Insektenboys zurück.
Let's meet back here later.
Okay. Ich meine, was ist das denn für eine Aufgabe? Oh, Paimon.
How do you put out a fire?
Oh, Paimon. Ich helfe dir.
Outlines your fate. All right. Now that the fire's out, we just need to pack up the cooking pot.
Das schaffst du selber, ja? Wie macht man das aus?
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Na, wir haben quasi unendlich viel Energie. Let's go. Joink.
As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source,
Ah, wir müssen sie bekämpfen.
mechanical monsters that appear.
Aber kein Ding. Wir sind ja eine ganze Armee in einem. Deswegen können wir die auch alle so easy wegkleppen. Noch einer. Ach, hier muss ich rein. Hier wird's wohl ganz schlimm.
It stopped here.
Ja, wir sind jetzt bei der Quelle. Er will seinen Teil haben.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Gib ihm seine Maschinenteile. Er hasst die Krabbe einfach. Okay, wir brauchen im Zweifel Feuer. Kein Problem.
What's our objective?
Dilok macht auf einmal Urlaub im Regenwald. Kein Problem. Für seinen Wein läuft er überall durch alle Länder durch. I have Tighnari.
The monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like they're...
Tighnari gameplay is fun.
Let's take care of them quickly.
Tighnari gameplay is basically Auto-Hit, Auto-Hit, Auto-Hit und dann maybe eine Q. Und dann so weiter und so fort. Zack. Zack. Was hatte Tighnari eigentlich für Artefakte? Ja, natürlich, altes Hofritual. Jeder Charakter, den sie haben, hat altes Hofritual. Mit ganz okayen Stats natürlich. Was für eine Waffe hat er? Seine Signaturwaffe. Ja, nice. Die ist gut. Talente. 11. Not bad. Aber so viel Damage macht er gar nicht, deswegen... Aber 100% Crit-Chance. Ja gut, das merkt man natürlich. Tighnari. Was ist das denn? Was macht dieses Gerät? Eine Maschine, wie ich noch keine gesehen habe. Das ist sehr beunruhigend.
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences?
Fatui. Sehr wahrscheinlich.
The flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible. We have to stop it.
Einfach raufhauen.
Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
Mir wird ganz schwindelig.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in ley line energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body.
Kannst du nicht so ein Ding wieder aufstellen?
Get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right?
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wenn, dann hält doch unser Reisender am meisten aus.
We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
Ja, Krebsi-Boy. Ich bin eine Krabbe. Ich liebe die Krabbe. Kann ich nichts mitmachen, ne? Nee. Eine Kiste. Danke. Hier geht's wohl auch noch rein später. Interessant.
It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Hier ist noch mehr Zeug. Hier ist das Labor. Sieh die liegende Person an.
Someone's here. Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now. Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here?
Danke für die Information.
Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the last one.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look.
Ich meine, er müsste irgend... Also was will er... Ich meine, die Quest heißt mechanisches Herz. Also... Ich denke mal, wir können erwarten, was er versucht. Er hat die Sachen da tatsächlich reingepackt. Er denkt darüber nach, was er damit tut. Okay. Hier ist nichts weiter, aber wir könnten uns hinsetzen. Ja. Tatsächlich, ach du Kacke.
The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Damn, das ist tatsächlich sehr groß.
Find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Tape recording?
The Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape.
Ich meine, das haben wir doch, so ein Filmemacher-Ding haben wir doch auch auf Inazuma gehabt.
These devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. Goes in there. Ah, okay, this should do it.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
Ah, er heißt Kakata.
There you are.
Guck mal, da haben seine Schutzschilde und alles noch funktioniert.
I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here.
ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Karkata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Karkata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists.
Okay.
These mechanical organs and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine.
Das ist ambitioniert, auf jeden Fall.
The ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being.
Da freut sich Karkata richtig.
You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Okay.
The mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
Ja, die verbotene Forschung, ne?
Remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Ja, wir fragen auch nochmal das Gleiche.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
Ja gut, aber Tighnari ist einfach super smart.
It is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Tighnari is fucking smart.
Age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display.
Ich meine, du bist ein... Guck doch mal deine Ohren an.
That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, sonst sterbt ihr vielleicht an dem Fluss der Elemente. Geht's auch noch hoch? Okay, hier gehen wir aber vielleicht erst später hin. Oh, da müssen wir wahrscheinlich gleich hin. Truhe. Nein, warum? Danke. Ich hasse das, dass man den Domains nicht klettern kann. Ich weiß, das würde die Domains kaputt machen, aber trotzdem ist es Schwachsinn.
Paimon found another tape. A date is written on it. Let Paimon see. It's from half a year ago.
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
Dann lassen wir uns das doch anschauen.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters?
Er hat eine riesige Kaffeemaschine gebaut.
All right, there you go. Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion.
Vom Krebs, der nicht ankam.
Talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare.
Oh, armes Krebsi.
I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw
Ich meine, Unrecht haben die nicht, deswegen sind auch so diverse lustige Sachen wie neurale Netze, die lernen irgendwie von richtigen Eingaben von Menschen, sind immer rassistisch, weil die Menschen rassistisch sind. Like, es spiegelt einfach nur die Statistik wider. So, also von daher frage ich mich, warum die Leute sich da immer wundern. Oh nein, der Chatbot ist rassistisch. No shit, weil die meisten Leute im Internet rassistisch sind. Ja, was heißt die meisten, aber genug. Aber gut, anderes Thema.
Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died. Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
Wie kriegen die überhaupt Energie?
Robert Tui left the academia. Everyone lost contact with him.
Ja, wahrscheinlich auch besser so.
I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
Ich glaube, er hat irgendwas über Energie gesagt. Ja, vielleicht braucht er andere Energie noch.
Let's keep looking around.
Quasi Alternativenergie. Ist hier noch mehr.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Wahrscheinlich hat der Krebs das einfach hingepackt, weil der Krebs einfach weiter Aufnahmen macht.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last 2 tape recordings. Let's watch them.
Ja, noch sieht Karkata gut aus.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous.
Ach so, was hast du jetzt schon wieder getan?
I officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being.
Ich meine, das kannst du versuchen, aber es ist dann trotzdem immer noch nur eine Imitation einer richtigen Lebensform.
I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords.
Du hast es also erfasst.
Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once.
Ich meine, er versucht ja zu machen.
Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice.
Okay, und jetzt ist die nächste Aufnahme, wo wir kein Datum mehr haben.
If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses?
Ja gut, das ist glaube ich das Dümmste, was du hättest einsparen können, aber hey.
I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control. Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying.
Es ist nett, dass er langsam zu Sinn kommt.
In the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all?
Ich meine, Hot Take, aber auch verbotene Forschung ist am Ende wichtig, weil sie führt ja im Zweifel doch zu irgendwelchen Erkenntnissen. Nicht, dass sie gut wäre, aber Forschung an Bomben oder so hat uns schon diverse gute Sachen beschert. Ich sag mal, auch die Nazis haben die gewisse Forschung gemacht, die teilweise heute noch relevant sind. Nur waren es halt kacken Menschen, deswegen sagen wir nie, woher wir die Erfahrung haben, sondern tun einfach so, als hätten wir die einfach immer schon gehabt.
I'm sorry, Kakata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
Oh. Armes Kakata.
So the ley line effluence was an accident.
Mach die doch jetzt aus.
After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Naja, Kakata war da immer noch okay, cool, ne?
Understands? Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatui, only a machine with these features could be considered a mechanical life form. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research.
Okay, ja.
If he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
Ja, also ich meine, zumindest sein Ziel hat er eigentlich erreicht mit Karkata.
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
Okay, ja, da weiß ich ja, wo er ist. Da oben. Das Ding, was wir schon aufgemacht haben. Ah, und da führt uns auch der Geheimgang wieder hin. Oh. Excuse me?
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze. Keep up.
Wow, es sind einfach zweimal die gleiche Richtung. Wollte mich verarschen? Das ist einfach ein großer Rundgang. Wow. Ah, hier. Kann ich damit besser sehen? Nein. Das ist aber einfach eine Wand. Aber hier nicht. Auf der Seite nicht, natürlich. Ja, ich bin doch auf dem Weg. Hallo, was soll das denn jetzt hier? Joink.
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely
Ah.
The land's here. Wanna try jumping down?
Haben wir schon gemacht, Palmann. Germinate, ja, ich finde auch, wir sollten mehr Deutsche haben. Was?
Can't see.
No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Okay. Weiter geht's.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also shut down.
Mach aus. Gut gemacht.
Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Wir brauchen unseren Krebsfreund. Und hier ist dann der Geheimeingang, den wir eben gesehen haben. Also der zweite Eingang quasi. Ja, wir sind von rechts gekommen und hätten hier links reingehen können, aber konnten nicht. Ja, beziehungsweise hier. So, genau. Na, Kakati. Du kannst ihn nicht einfach wie eine Maschine reparieren. Der Arme. Ja, genau so funktioniert das. Oh. Hast du noch was von den Kräutern übrig? Vielleicht würden die helfen? Nee, er wacht doch einfach so auf. Okay.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Noch nicht. Noch kann das nicht.
The important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed.
Tighnari, freu dich doch, du hast Free Forschung bekommen.
If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
Er zeigt keine Reaktion.
Reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long.
Dann, Alter, du leuchtest aber auch, Tighnari.
To confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
Joink. Mal schon ein bisschen traurig, aber was soll man machen? Können wir Karkata jetzt... Ach so, ich dachte, warum sind da zwei Tighnaris, aber wir haben ja den Test Tighnari.
Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
Karkata und Abatuis Forschung. Was passiert damit jetzt?
The academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
Können wir ihn nicht einfach hier lassen?
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay.
Ach so, aber deiner.
But...
Listen, the traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow.
Tja, du bist also doch nicht so anders als die anderen Akademie-Spasten.
Don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
Du willst also auch alles geheim halten und Sachen kontrollieren. Ja, ja, Tighnari. Wir haben es verstanden.
Let's go back to Catherine.
Du bist auch nur minimal besser als die anderen Akademie-Spasten. Am Ende bist du genauso ein Arsch. Vielleicht. Wir haben noch nicht... Wir wissen noch nicht alles. So, Catherine, wir sind durch.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see.
Ach, danke für die hochqualitativen Texturen endlich.
Once the excess leyline energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities. This is the stipulated reward.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the academia? It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled.
Ich find's auch sad. Ich fand den voll cute, den Jungen.
Then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask him not to do that? Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we go now, huh?
Ja, okay, wir versuchen's.
We'll find Tighnari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
Außer er hat's natürlich schon gemacht. Dann wäre natürlich scheiße. Ich finde das nett, dass sie den Morgen zwischen 8 und 12 Uhr definieren.
How are you feeling? Sleep well?
Ja, ich habe mir gut auf der Stelle geschlafen.
How do you think we should ask him?
Wir sagen ihm einfach, ey Tighnari, please no make kaputti. Warum er sich auch immer hier auffällt? Hier ist doch eigentlich nichts, oder? Oh, hier drin war ich noch gar nicht. Das ist ein riesen Gewächshaus? Nice, hier war ich ja noch nie drin.
Shh, keep your voice down. The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thameliaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant effect, can be made into an anesthetic powder. Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down.
Er ist auch noch ein Lehrer. Für Karkata.
Oh, I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
Oh, es tut mir leid, Tighnari.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the Academia's policies...
Aber er gehört ja gar nicht zur Akademie.
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine. I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the Academia discover that place.
Deswegen darf die Akademie davon nichts erfahren.
The first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spontama. Who knew it would prove useful one day? We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it was burned to hide the evidence.
Oh.
I'm not with the Academia. So what do their policies have to do with me?
Stimmt, hätte ich auch drauf kommen können.
Forest Watcher of the Avidya Forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning. And Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
Okay, du sagst einfach, er ist ein Lebewesen, also muss es beschützen als Hüter des Waldes. Okay, ja, verstehe ich.
Wait, you just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living being now?
The possibility exists, is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair Abatui. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior.
Gut, das kann natürlich auch sein, aber... Hey, lassen wir das.
From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that. I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments.
Nice.
What do you think?
Er ist einfach ein mechanischer Yoda. Vulpes. Nice. Cool. Tighnari, was hast du? Altes was? Altes Gruppenfoto? Wer ist das denn? Stimmt, ja, wir haben ein Foto von ihm gemacht.
When people at the academia included me in a group photo, they would also send me a copy. I have zero interest in group photos, but I also wouldn't just throw them away. I stored them all in a box. After coming back yesterday, I looked through them and found one with Abatui. I gave it to Karkata, and it seemed happy. That's
No, das ist cute. Gib mir alle deine Rosen. Du hast es nicht verdient, sie zu haben. Nur ich darf sie haben. Hier hätte perfekt eine Kiste irgendwie in der Ecke noch gepasst. Noch ein altes Gruppenfoto. Ha. Na gut, und Tighnari macht den gleichen Gesichtsausdruck wie immer. Nice. Das war eine schöne Questreihe. Hands down, Tighnaris Questreihe habe ich sehr genossen. Habe ich tatsächlich sehr genossen. War mal wieder sehr nett und abwechslungsreich. Das heißt, wir sind vorerst mit Sumeru durch. Das heißt aber auch, für nächste Woche haben wir erstmal keinen Content. Das heißt, mal gucken, was dann kommt. Päcklen oder whatever, werden wir einfach mal rausfinden. Lasst euch überraschen, würde ich sagen. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und hau da rein. Ich gucke mal, ob man irgendwie fixen kann, dass die Texturen aber so spät reinladen. Es ist auf der SSD installiert. Auf der PCIe 4 SSD. Also, keine Ahnung. Aber naja. Gut. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Hau da rein. Bye bye.